Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How are you? Alrighty. Well, if you guys enjoy our brand of chaos as much as we enjoy playing it, please give us a follow. It helps out greatly. Down below, you'll find links to our Discord, YouTube, Azra's TikTok, Booties, Twitch, and Springer's Knives. Our YouTube, we put up replays for our sessions, usually 2 days after the fact, and we're getting into YouTube Shorts. On our Discord is free and open to everybody. We'd love to see you there. You can come on in and hang out or just lurk and get the announcements. It's all up to you. On Astro's TikTok, he does a variety of different videos. They're all pretty great, and I think you should go check him out. On Booty's Twitch, he streams a couple times a week. He's always friendly and engaged with the chat. And our friend here, Springer, makes knives on the side. I have one of myself. It's pretty great. I love it. And you can go online and see what's available right now at the moment, and he'll walk you through the process, and you can customize it every step of the way. Tonight we're doing our not When Night Lights Rise, our Rise of the Everchosen campaign, and we'll be back here this Sunday for our Empires of the Silk Road, and then we will be skipping next week for the When Night Lights Rise. And I believe that's everything I have for the moment. Back to you.
Okay. Let's see, what did we do last session? We were fighting, I believe, a mummy, a giant skeleton, a whole bunch of little mummy, undead, skelety things, and we're just trying to survive at that point. Othir was down and cursed. Tobias killed a mummy. I managed to stabilize Othira, but I couldn't get her. Oh no, I did remove her curse with a potion. Thank you, preparation. Alder killed the final guard that was threatening Othira, and Frorley killed a skeleton. Big achievement. Tobias got the last hit on the big skeleton guy thanks to my guiding strike. And then we got a whole bunch of money. And then we tried to figure out where we wanted to go next. In the desert. And as we were planning and sort of sleeping, there was unknowns to the rest of us, an imp that landed on Alder's watch that came to talk to Othira in private. If you want to catch that conversation, you'll have to watch our previous session, because Othira killed it, okay? She crushed his little head, like a skittle.
I did.
Tobias
Popped it
managed...
like a little
crunchy thing.
tomato.
Anyways. Tobias
That's the
got
most
to
Canadian
talk...
thing ever, and she apologized to it for doing it first.
I did.
Put it on the counter. Put it on the counter.
That was a different session. I didn't say it today.
Yet. Tobias got to talk to Big Daddy Kane, a god, and he was like having a full conversation. It was great. I aspire to have the level of confidence that Tobias has when talking to a god in my life. But the party kept heading south and eventually east, crossing what we thought were the pools of despair, because apparently they decided to go on forever. 4 weeks passed. Something strange happened on my watch, Cardinal's watch. There were seemingly endless stairs in this house of cards that we were resting in. I finally managed to break out, went to go see Alder. Turns out Alder is stuck in a hallway with no doors. Meanwhile, Caligar is awakened by Frorley screaming, but is in a room alone. There's nothing and no one in the house that he's in. Tobias, on the other hand, unsettling feeling. Windows don't open, doors doesn't open. He decides to go back to sleep. Meanwhile, Othira wakes to the horrifying sound of children laughing, wanting to talk and play with her, God forbid. Opens the door, nobody there, and there is a source of light outside. And then we all wake up. There's something very, very wrong. And that's where we left the session.
So, yes, Fox, you get inspiration, but you already have inspiration. So, do you want to pass it off to the dwarf, who's the only one that doesn't have it?
Okay, Gallagher.
I have inspiration.
Inspo for you.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so, yeah.
So we all got a message
You all got a message. You're not talking about that message.
Alvin,
But when you wake up, something just feels wrong.
Do we feel like the message that we got could have the feeling that the message could have been different for someone else?
what message?
I think that
No
would have been
message,
more
it's
of a
fine.
over the top thing. That I don't think our characters got anything like
No,
that.
like, do we have a feeling that that message could have been the opposite?
You wake up, you just feel something's wrong.
All right. So when we wake up, is everyone else like there, or is this like
How you see you guys on the map is where you're at right now. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, and you are all waking up.
Game is
But I was
paused.
outside.
Would have a long
Well,
rest, right?
Yes, you've all had a long rest if you haven't done that already.
Sweet.
Just
Day.
checking, because I gotta prepare spells.
So Gormain is in the room with me?
I assume so, unless you want him out with the camels.
No, in the room is fine. I just never thought about it.
It's just she's
Zoran's
just
in the wrong room.
trying to share. Picturing Othira try to share the bed with her horse, her nightmare, is hilarious.
Alvin,
Dude, he just
Gormain
stands
gets
in a
up
corner and
to-
falls asleep.
It's like no, he steps up on the frame and it just scream. It's like
Well, and
almost
also,
at its
how
breaking
did-
point.
How did he get through the door? Although
The door's
horses can
big
get through
enough.
man
I made the
doors.
door into a 10-foot door.
Yeah, horses can get through man door anyway. It's fine.
Why am I in a room with Froily?
Yeah, I was about to say, why is Furley away from me?
Or it was
Right.
the wrong
I don't know what you're talking about.
place.
In
Tobias wakes up,
Draconic.
heads out in the hall,
Froily.
and just goes downstairs. Like,
As soon as I wake up, if I see Furley there, I'm just going to like panic bolt just and start checking over her everywhere. Just like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? You okay?
She looks at you a little confused, and she's like, yeah? Are you okay? You were snoring really loud last night.
And that was it. I was just snoring. I didn't wake up and go anywhere. How was your sleep? Did you sleep okay?
Except for the fact that, like, every now and then you'd snore extra loud and it woke me up. Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
I put vision on because there's actually walls.
Yeah, but I have dark vision, man.
But you're in a room.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't have dark vision? What? No, I have goggles of night. I should have dark vision.
Well, I don't know what's going on, okay? I'm just... this is all coming up on the fly. I'm surprised I was able to get this up in, like, 5 minutes.
No, dude, I love the House of Cards. It's fucking fantastic. I just wish I could see.
You just can't see through walls. You're not Superman. No extra vision for you.
No, dude, I can't see at all. I can see where I am in the Gormain radius, but my dark vision is not a there we go.
I don't like this. I'm gonna wake up and put Death Ward on myself. First thing in the morning.
No, I get Death Ward.
Alvin, stop it. Stop
I
it.
don't trust you. I don't trust anything. Not after last night.
I just look around to see if there's any children.
Oh, perception.
I'd like to check and see if the candles I lit are still lit.
You mean the ones that were in the hallway?
Mhm.
You lit one of, say, 4 sconces.
Mhm.
All 4 are lit.
Interesting.
Othira, you look around, like, obviously the room you're in, there's no children. You kind of like even go so far as to like crack open the door or like look out through a window out front, and there's no sign that anyone has been outside of the house.
Well, I don't care too much, so I'm just gonna sit down and have breakfast. My axe is, of course, with me all the time, because that's normal. But other than that, I'm just like, yeah, meh.
Yeah, Tobias heads down and just hits the table in the common room and just gets ready for breakfast.
The room next to mine is closed.
Yeah, so Calgar had the room. Yeah, that one. That's Calgar's. He hasn't left yet.
I knock.
Go over and answer the door.
No, morning. Hello, Furley.
Morning. How was your rest?
Terrible.
Bad dreams?
Very bad. Told us not to cross the pit of despair.
Fools, but yes. Have you seen anyone else yet?
I just woke up. Are you feeling okay?
Those fools. I don't know if it's them or not, but something. I don't know. That was not a good dream last night. It felt real. Damn.
What'd you dream of?
I dreamt of the house being empty and Furley here screaming.
I'm gonna give Furley just a once over, just double checking she's alright.
She just looks back
Yes.
at you and then looks at Calgar and says, "Is everything okay? Cardinal's looking a little weird."
I don't know if it is or not. And I'm going to be talking back to her in Draconic, but no, it's I don't know if things are okay or not right now. I think you should stay close for this morning. I don't know, something doesn't feel right.
Okay.
And then back to Cardinal. My dream was everything was dark. The house was empty, and all I could see or all I could hear was Furley screaming, and I couldn't find her. Eventually, I ran out onto the roof, but at that point, it was just blackness. There was.
You could get to the roof?
I ran up the stairs, but that was it. Once I stepped onto the stairs, it was black.
I was on watch and I saw this sandstorm coming. And I tried to get down, but the stairs just wouldn't end. And that was annoying. Anyways, let's go see if the others are alive.
Were there any strange noises or anything, or just an afternoon calisthenics exercise?
You want to try climbing stairs in all this armor with a shield and a sensor on your back? I wouldn't recommend it, but I don't know about the noise. It was just the sandstorm. Something about it feels off. And I don't like it.
Is there a window nearby?
I think it was every room upstairs had a window.
A window
If
facing
I-
each direction except for the main door direction.
Okay. If I look out the window, is there a sandstorm?
There's endless desert.
Okay.
Right, breakfast. The others are gonna start whining soon enough.
I know, we're hungry.
Yeah, I'm coming. As soon as I figure out how to stairs. I'm gonna do my daily create food and what breakfast is served.
I just eat.
Yeah, I'll start chowing down, and I'll just be giving everybody a curious eye.
I want you all to roll an intelligence check for me. Just straight intelligence.
Oh boy.
Oh, straight.
Can I? Not yet.
Tobias
I got a 17. Am I the smartest right now?
Looks like it.
Okay.
I got a
the House
12.
of-
I'm not doing too bad.
The House of Cards, while it provides great shelter, is not that great at insulating sound. So one thing I'd say that Tobias, Cardinal, and Calgar noticed is when you all woke up, everyone walked out of their rooms.
Yeah.
No one was on watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody walked out of the room.
As I'm eating my cereal and say, "Hey, who was supposed to be on watch last?"
Me.
I can't remember.
It was me. I'm pretty sure it was me.
Did you just
Saw
get tired?
sandstorm coming.
Do we
No.
remember who was supposed to be on watch last? DM?
I know Cardinal did a watch, and I think the two elves did as well.
Yeah.
I just don't remember what order.
I think you guys went Tobias, Alder, Cardinal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Cardinal was the last one of the night, at least.
I remember taking a 4-hour watch at some point.
I think what happened is you took your watch and then you went to go wake up Caligar and you opened the door and nobody was there. And then Caligar heard your voice but you weren't there.
I went to go wake up Alder. Because I freaked out and I saw a sandstorm.
I remember waking up. I remember waking up.
So I will say one thing. The only one that knows... Actually, let me just think here. Othir,
That
you
was me
wouldn't
over the
know-
table, by the way.
Yeah. Othir wouldn't know that Cardinal went to wake up Alder.
The last things I said were over the table.
I remember waking up at some point and going into the hallway, but nobody's doors were there. I lit a candle, but I didn't know what to do, so I went back to my room and meditated.
Well, there were children running around, so perhaps they're fucking with our brains.
Children? Where would children come from in the middle of a desert? Oh god. Did everybody have a nightmare?
Well, I mean, children
really.
are a nightmare, so yes.
Well,
They
I mean, it
wanted to
wasn't-
play. I don't fucking play.
It was just a little nightmare. It wasn't anything important.
What happened in everyone else's nightmares?
Children wanted to play with me.
No, we got that, Othira. Thank you.
He asked. I answered. Don't fuck with
Well-
me.
I didn't.
It was a bad night.
Besides the children trying to play, what specifically happened? And then I'll repeat what happened in my nightmare.
You're asking me?
Does any of this sound familiar to anyone?
No.
Not really. I mean, I woke
The
up,
room, the
realized it
house
was a
being
nightmare.
empty.
went back to sleep.
Tried to ignore the children, and they were too annoying, so I went out. And they were outside playing with Gormain, and then I woke up.
Okay, because as soon as I tried to rush upstairs onto the ceiling, that's whenever the blackness came. That's when it ended. And you said that when you went out the door, that's whenever you
Yes.
woke up?
There were children playing with Gormain, and then I woke up.
Both went outside.
They would not shut up, so I was going to go kill them.
Furley was screaming. That was enough.
It's just a nightmare. I mean, we're crossing this desert. I know a lot of you didn't like this idea. And you're just freaking out, and it's just a nightmare.
You normally have
You should have teleported.
nightmares all at the same time?
I have occasional nightmares. It happens.
What was your nightmare about?
I woke up, realized I was in a nightmare, and I went back to sleep.
What was your nightmare about, buddy?
That was basically it. I realized it wasn't real, so I just went back to sleep. I'm not trying to hide anything here. It's just
Okay,
there really wasn't much happening.
okay, insight check, Tobias.
Double on that.
Sure.
Black Cardinal is too. Fuck.
You better be glad.
Tobias, do perception or deception privately?
Perception.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Too many
Can I roll
keywords
an
in this game.
insight too?
If you want to.
Like a 14. Nice.
Okay. You're trying to figure out how he's coming across, and you don't really seem to have any reason to not take him at his word.
Even with my amazing 2.
You're one with my amazing 20?
Yeah.
Can I get more of a read on his emotional state? Is he tired? Is he feeling the same level of uneasiness, or is he just nonchalant?
nonchalant. Wants to get back, cross this desert, and finish our mission.
I mean, he is a worshiper of Cain. I'm sure some bad shit's happened to him.
No, not really.
To be fair, the worshipping of Cain thing is new.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Well-
it's a little new, but nothing bad's really happened to me.
Anyway,
Well, I mean,
have
we
to
may
leave
as well
soon.
just continue on like it's Nightmares Woo.
Yes, nightmares are one thing, but the fact that everybody had something similar,
It wasn't similar.
that feels strange.
How is
So
that similar?
everybody happened to have a nightmare about the house and something trying to get us outside of it.
I mean, clearly it wasn't the house. Everybody was having a nightmare about where we were. The house is just irrelevant. Just happened to be that that's the location.
I don't
I find it
remember.
strange that a nightmare times 5 and every single one is the same place.
Riley, did you have any nightmares?
No, I slept like a rock, except for when he started snoring.
Oh, that would be that. I think that's a nightmare.
I'm starting to get used to it.
I'm very much glad that my room is on the bottom.
I'm gonna pick up like my breakfast to go, and I'm gonna head upstairs. I want to check on something.
Tobias just
I go
starts
to the
packing the
roof.
camel, getting ready.
I think I'm gonna keep an eye on Cardinal, just because I don't know if we can trust anybody at this point.
I'm gonna
Well,
go to
I
the
don't
roof.
know if
Anybody
I
about
can.
what? What?
I
What are you
don't
doing?
understand why you couldn't trust people. We trusted everybody yesterday. Why aren't you trusting them today? Makes no sense. Because of a nightmare?
Are the camels
God,
still
you need to
snarling
grow
at
up.
Caligar?
Yeah, I'm assuming he's not standing right beside them.
Something
Okay.
feels
Yeah, no.
off. We should probably stick in pairs.
Quite the. We're in a fucking
there.
house.
I'm like about to climb up the stairs to the roof. Can I help you?
I feel uneasy, and I would hate to lose the group's healer, of all things. Especially when we're in somewhere with a lot of undead.
Bet you would. I'm just gonna go check on the roof and see if I can pick up some clues or something. Because I can't remember going to bed. Dungeon Master, can I check the
Okay.
roof?
So yeah, you get up to the roof. What is it you're looking for?
Clues. Who, like, scuff marks when I left last night? Was there someone else that came through? Was there remnants of the dust storm that I saw? Evidence. Magnifying glass included.
Roll a perception or investigation.
I'll assist.
What if I don't want your assistance?
Then don't roll with advantage?
I don't need it. I got 22.
You never
Well,
know,
if she's
you
not going
could've
to take
rolled
the
like a-
advantage, then you can roll to investigate or perceive yourself.
Yeah, you do your own homework. I'm not helping you.
I got a 21. God, I love playing a rogue. I mean, being a rogue.
I'm gonna take you guys down to Whispers.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Secrets.
Secret tunnel. Do I need to mute the output for the stream so they just see us talking?
I think that's fine.
I
Chat
leave
will
it up
want
to
to
the
know, right?
DM.
No, let's not leave the people watching hanging.
Okay.
So, Cardinal, you come up onto the roof. You start looking around. You do see evidence of the sandstorm. There's some drifts that have accumulated off in the corner. Alder, what would you like to do?
I would like Cardinal to make a DC 16 charisma save.
You little shithead.
Privately. I don't want anyone else to see it.
Oh, fuck. Want me to roll again? Again?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Do you
roll it
wanna
again.
count that?
Roll-
Okay.
Roll it again. I just want to see have another dice come across their screens.
You better be taking the first one, dog.
I am taking the first one.
Okay, good.
So as
I'm
you're
gonna play up the dramatics.
as you're investigating, you hear Alder step up behind you, and there seems to be this pull that comes in from, like, it seems like your very essence is being drawn out of your body, and the training you have as a cleric, you immediately go defensively, and you
Would she have been surprised? Because she would have had to made the roll at disadvantage.
I was actually suspicious of you when you said you wanted to come upstairs, but I'm willing to roll with whatever the dungeon master says.
that is a good question. I'm gonna leave this one up to fate. Roll a d20 for me. High, you were not surprised. Low, you were.
Okay. Private, right?
Yep. You were surprised, so your roll was at disadvantage, which means you failed. We are going with the lower
Hey,
number.
Booty. I'm gonna find you at night under your house. Yeah, what do you want from me now?
So in that case, what happens here is you feel that pull, and you turn to see. You turn to see Alder has his hand grasping this pendant around his neck that you've never seen before, and his eyes flare with this greenish light. The pendant pulses, and body and soul are sucked into it. As you're being pulled into the pendant, you see this live, gray-skinned creature crawling up over the walls. You recognize in an instant that it is a doppelganger, and as you're being pulled in, it takes your form.
I'm gonna be unbearable after this.
Welcome to the doppelganger crew.
Okay.
Let me just pull it up here. Or Booty, do you have what I sent you before?
Yep.
Can you explain the premise to her?
And chat.
Basically, try to isolate one person, try to trap them, your choice. There's the sheep.
Okay.
You're gonna have a similar pendant. Works the same way. Transports people into the same demi-plane of existence.
Okay.
So now you get to play the bad guy.
Oh, this is gonna go really badly, Bo.
While still pretending to be the good guy.
Yep.
Fun times. All good?
Es gut.
Hello.
Hello.
Fox,
Hey.
you were fun to watch.
Thank you. I try.
What would you guys like to do?
Well,
Head back.
come back down. Guess we're leaving.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I got click the button.
Well, there was a sandstorm last night. That part was true.
Believe you.
Well,
Tobias is going to do his free casting of detect poison and disease. So everyone's freaking out, so he's making sure people aren't sick or something. So just free cast, and then he can detect any poisonous, venomous, or any regular just poisons and magical contagions within 30 feet of me.
You don't detect anything.
Oh, okay. I'll just say, I don't think we were poisoned or anything. I think everyone's just freaking out about being in this desert without any end in sight. Need to keep moving on.
Just want to
How
see
long were
some
they on the roof?
trees.
I'd say they're on the roof for maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's a wide open space. There's not much to investigate up there.
Yeah.
When-
I just
when-
wanted to check if
sorry, go
there
ahead.
was enough time for a free cast to detect magic as a ritual.
That's like 10 minutes, right?
That's, like 10 to 12 minutes. 10 or 11.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna cast it anyway. I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna go back up into my room and, pretend I'm gonna go get my stuff, but I'm gonna go cast detect magic.
When you were up on the roof, did you see the oasis that we were heading towards?
Isn't that like still really far away?
Yeah, but we've been heading towards it and been able to see it. Is it still there?
I thought we
Was it
veered
still
off
there?
of the oasis.
Yeah, we were heading to the other
There was
place on the
trees
map.
and shit in the distance. In the direction we were going.
Was it trees or was it like... Let me check my notes.
You kind of saw, like,
It was trees.
trees on, like, the edge of the horizon.
They never got closer, right?
Yeah, they never
Yeah.
got closer.
Is that still there?
Do you want me to roll a history or perception or what to remember that?
You were just
Yeah, you
upstairs
didn't-
on the roof.
She didn't ask about that.
Yeah, I was looking at
We're
fucking
checking
trees. I was
for
trying to find the
signs
dust.
of the sandstorm.
Yeah, roll perception.
Okay.
Calgar, are you trying to be sneaky about casting your detect magic?
I mean, it's
Still-
as best as it's gonna be. That I think we haven't we gone over that we can't really do quiet magic.
Somatic components are kite booming. That's why there's a thing called subtle spell.
Yeah, not as
yes,
far-
but like if you just went up to your room and you're just like casting a spell that everyone has heard you cast before, there's not really any subtlety to it. Or you're trying to like be a little discreet.
I'll try.
Okay, just roll a stealth check for me. Cardinal, when you got up to the roof, you did not see any trees on the horizon.
There were no trees. Just fucking sand.
So,
Yeah, this is the wrong person for stealth. An 8 with disadvantage.
Yeah. So Gallagher is like, I'm gonna go upstairs and check something in my room. He walks up and you hear the very familiar 10-minute chanting as he ritually casts detect magic. And like you guys have heard it enough that you know exactly what he's doing.
why does he feel he needs to hide things?
I don't
You're all
know.
getting shady.
Cardinal, tonight remind me I'm gonna need to send another message. And what have we?
Again?
Yeah,
Oh,
have we been hearing back from? Have we sent any messages to the lore master? What was his name again?
Karanath.
Have we heard back from him? So I assume we're getting close. We need a way to close this portal.
Yeah, we haven't.
Well, that's another message to send tonight.
What am I, at postal service?
Yeah.
Fine.
Kind of want to go
So we're leaving
upstairs
now?
and just smack Caligar and interrupt his ritual. But that's
Gallagher's
just my.
doing it. We should just let him finish, and then we can get going.
My intrusive
I
thoughts.
mean, I can go check on him.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Okay.
Froly. Well, oh, shoot. I
Somebody
can't-
keep an eye on
Froly.
Froly.
Well, did Frelly go with him or did she stay?
I told her. Yeah, I don't know. I told her to stay close this morning. I didn't.
I'll speak to
No, something
Froily
fell off.
in Draconic. Froily, is anything strange going on with your dad?
I mean, he still smells bad. Had a nightmare last night, but I think you guys have been talking about that in general, so
Gotcha.
Has the smell gotten worse, Frelly?
that I've noticed. But I've also been getting some sand up my nose, so getting the sneezes out here. I don't like the desert.
Is it getting any better?
No.
Is it coarse, rough, and irritating?
It gets everywhere.
I'm gonna go up
Like
to
lifts
Caligar.
a scale, and like has a claw go up, and like pulls out this tiny little bug, and just like there's like these little things that keep crawling on my scales and start itching me. I don't know what they're called, but I call them squishies. And she squishes it.
That's
They're
adorable.
probably gnats. Mama wants us to drink, man.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to Caligar. See what the fuck is up with that.
Since
Hey,
you guys
buddy,
are
you know you're
separate,
not really subtle.
since you guys are separate, we're gonna go down to Whispers.
Oh, Jesus.
More secrets.
Secret tunnel.
Gimli stepped on a raspberry bush the other day. Oh,
Did you freak out? Think it was blood?
yeah. Well, he's got the stickers stuck in his paw, and I had to pull it out.
Ooh.
That's why I keep checking his paws, making sure it doesn't still hurt or anything.
Yeah.
He's a little tank, though.
Him yelling at you about his food was hilarious.
Oh, Alvin?
Was that Alvin?
Oh, or are you talking about the thing I posted in Pet Showcase?
Yeah, the thing you posted.
Which is in our Discord for our viewers if you haven't joined. You're welcome to.
Oh, dude. They can't hear what's going on down there.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah. Because before we were talking and they couldn't hear us. But now you're here so they can hear us. That's
Shoot.
not good. That's an important part that needs to be in the chat. Or in the stream.
I think it'll be interesting. Now that they don't know what's going on.
Sure. But now they're stuck here watching us fools just going bleh, bleh, bleh. Now you get to feel our pain for being left out of the whispers, and you get to hear all of our stupidness, which is a thing.
I feel the same, Miri. I just fake it till I make it.
Yeah, I really need to get better at making notes, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Nod and smile. Yes.
Pantomime? Carrots. You say carrots and peas, right?
What?
When you pantomime, like you're having a conversation in the background, like when you're a set piece in the back, you just you literally just say carrots and peas without actually doing anything audible, because it has different fluctuations in your lip structure, so it's hard to read like it's not something easy to read lips.
Interesting.
And it looks like you're saying a lot, and then you just throw in. Nobody knows.
Interesting. Learn something new every day, man. Oh, I think I want bacon.
Gimli hat. Oh yeah, you saw Gimli hat bacon.
Oh, the music's killer, man. Oh, fuck. So, any plans for the weekend?
Work. I work every weekend.
Ooh.
Terrible.
Do you get days off during the week though, right?
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesdays are my day off.
Nice.
That's why I got yard work done today. Yeah. Why I can't stop yawning. And I itch. I'm allergic to grass, but I was doing yard work.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
like my face, my nose is itchy because I had the weed eater out. It was kicking up grass in my face. My ankles are really itchy because I wore shorts while I did it.
Oh, that was dumb.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Poor chat couldn't hear a single thing you said.
I'm sorry, chat. Come downstairs. Guys. Something's wrong.
What?
Caligar's collapsed. Come upstairs.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I will sprint at my... Oh, that's the Gimli bot. 35 feet of movement.
Tobias is going to undo the house. Something. This is too weird. He's gonna pull all the cards into his hand
It's upstairs.
as you're going up the stairs.
They sprint up the stairs. You suck the cards out, and it's a 40-foot square building. So they just fall 20 feet.
20 feet, yeah, I'll take it.
I mean, we are falling on sand, so I feel like that should cushion the blow.
Yeah,
But you're also disrupting the body.
I'll give you guys. So, yeah, it's gonna be Forley, Othira, Alder, Cardinal. You guys can at least make a dexterity save, because maybe like you're able to like bounce off the cards as they're being sucked back into the deck. Yeah, Calgar, you're just gonna eat it.
What do I mean to
Yep.
do?
I rolled a 2 for a 1. No, yeah.
16. Thank God. Thank God.
25.
Like a cat. Where's your roll? It didn't show up.
He rolled it privately.
Oh, oops.
There it is. And Forley, I did
Forley?
privately as well. Yeah, so
I mean, she might be able to just like flop out her wings and just like float down to the ground real
yeah,
quick.
she's gonna be fine. But Othira and Calgar, you're both gonna take 8 damage from the fall. Yeah, the house disappears under your feet.
What the hell?
What the
I
fuck?
was not expecting that.
Can I run over to Caligar's body where he's fucking unconscious? Is he dying?
Now, when Caligar was casting his spell, did we hear any fuckery going on? Like, was there a thump and he stops casting his spell, or what we hear as the chanting, or what did we hear?
I'll get you guys to roll perception checks for those that were downstairs at the time.
I can't fail this. 18.
I got a 16, y'all. I'm doing good. Right?
So you would have
15,
heard
16, 18. Not bad.
I'd say you would have heard, like, when he got up there, you heard him kind of like kneel down on the floor, set out his tools. He starts this chanting. He's trying to be a little more subtle about it, so he's like keeping his voice low. But then, as the spell was going on, you guys were still conversing down below, getting stuff ready. At some point, you might have heard the chanting stop. I'd say the only one that would have really noticed that would have been Alder.
Well, when Cardinal got there, we could hear Cardinal walking in her heavy armor, right? And then did he stop once Cardinal got there?
Well, since Alder's the one that knows, I'm going to send him a message.
More secrets.
Because we started the session with him sending us a message from last session, and we're not allowed to talk about the message. And Tobias already accidentally said the message. Or
Yes,
part
I
of
think I said the message.
his message. Said something about his message.
I didn't hear that, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's because you guys were all being secrety, and we had stuff to talk about, and we were talking smack about you. Meh.
Oh, wow. But it's like that. Won't take notes anymore.
Hey, dude, the smack about you was that you're really good at emoting.
Didn't realize the chanting stopped. until Cardinal came down the stairs.
Do I believe Alder?
Roll insight compared to persuasion or deception, but the obviously Alder do it privately.
17.
29 insight.
That fighter thing is really cool.
I like
Fucking
it.
hell, you rolled 10 on that. 29, dude. That's crazy.
But if it succeeds, that means I'm down to one of the second winds left.
Which at a 29.
You get like 2 uses of it per day?
3.
Oh.
3. Up to 3. Well, actually, I get to use it as many times as I want, but I lose a use if it's successful. If it's not successful, I don't lose a use.
Lose a use. Got it.
So?
It's not so much that you think he's lying to you, but he's playing something very close to the chest.
All right, well, with it being open desert, Tobias is going to hop on his camel and he's going to get himself 40 feet of separation from everyone.
Well, before
As-
you do that, no. Before you do that, as soon as I hit the ground, I'm standing up and I'm coming at you. Like, why the
Okay.
fuck would you pull the floor out from underneath me, dude?
Because every time some people go off by themselves, weird shit's happening. I think it's
That's-
best. I think it's best if we keep everything here where everyone can see it.
You could have
And
just
no
come with
hiding.
us, though. Come with us. We can all come down the stairs, out. That's fine. But you deliberately dropped us all from 20 feet.
Yes.
You deliberately dropped us from 20 feet. What the fuck?
Well, either people getting separated is bad, or people going upstairs is bad. Weird stuff seems to happen there. So, I've fixed either problem.
You dropped Calgar's body while he's unconscious. Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah.
Is he still fine? Is he...
And I'm
roll
not
medicine.
letting you go without outside of my 5-foot reach. Because I know your fucking bow.
Of all 11...
Inspiration, dude. Unless you already used it.
I'm gonna
He has
save
not
it.
used it yet.
I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, I definitely get on Gormain and fucking stay within 5 feet of you because I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Which actually, I probably could throw you pretty far.
From the fall, yeah, he looks a bit roughed up, but he's in about the same condition that you saw him last time.
Okay. Not cool, Tobias.
Does he look like he was just asleep, knocked out, or like at 0 hit points unconscious?
You want to get closer and take a look? Because you said you went 40 feet away.
Well, I didn't.
He's laid out on the sand, and how close do you want to get?
I'll walk up within 10 feet, and I'll kind of motion to Thera, say, "You know this is a bit weird, right?"
I don't give a flying fuck if it's weird. You don't drop people from 20 feet.
In Draconic, Froily, I've got a bad feeling. Can you get above us and keep eyes out?
What am I looking for?
We fought. Remember the undead we fought the other day?
Yeah?
Just make sure nothing's coming out of the sand or no army of undeads marching on us. I think there's
Okay.
something wrong.
Yeah, and how does she react to me, A, being told that I'm unconscious, and then B, dropping head first into the sand?
You're a dwarf. You
I wouldn't
bounce.
say you didn't go head first. You kind of like
Belly
belly
flop?
flopped. Yeah, yeah, it's belly flop. There was definitely a kind of like a sickening thud as you hit the ground, but it was also, absorbed by a bit of the sand, so it didn't hurt too badly. She's clearly agitated, not comfortable with everything that's going on because all of the conversation that's happening in common she can't understand, so she has no idea what's going on.
Which we should probably remedy that.
Well, she's taking Alder's suggestion under advice, and she just flies up about 120 feet.
Question. So, since Caligar has been learning Draconic, and we've all been speaking in English, or like Common, could she have started to pick up Common? She's a smart little ticket.
You guys have been so focused on teaching Caligar Draconic that you haven't really looked at teaching her Common.
Well, we're gonna have to remedy that.
Yeah.
So, getting within 10 feet of Caligar, is he like beaten to 0 hit points, or is he just asleep, not awake? What is it?
Roll medicine.
A 7.
You can't tell what's caused this. I'd say at least you can tell that he's not like on the verge of death, but you don't know what it is that's causing him to be knocked out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to diagnose him. Like, is he covered in blood? That's what I'm saying.
No.
Okay. And I'll reiterate, every time we split up, things get weird. Or every time we go upstairs, things get weird. So,
You wanted to cross this place.
yeah.
I hate the sand. DM, how? So we're all standing around.
Together. Should we so somewhere we can see each
Yeah.
other? So we can figure out where we're standing.
All those lovely walls that don't exist anymore.
Just give me a sec. Let me pull everything down.
Well, you can just
We'll save
like,
it because it's a
delete
pretty
It took
cool
me a
little
whole
house design.
5 minutes to
future.
draw this.
No, I'm gonna take it down because I don't always need a map. If I need it again, I'll just put it back up.
So, where's Tobias? Tobias is there. I am on Gourmet.
His ass.
Directly beside, flipping my axe. Just like flip.
Tobias
flip,
said he was
flip.
like within 10 feet of Caligar, right?
Yeah.
And I was next to
Yeah.
Caligar's body, because throwing people around like that.
I am not letting anybody near my cleric. Already lost one.
What?
Calgar's out.
Oh. I was like, you lost a cleric? Wait.
Before we met you.
I'd say you guys are probably arranged like this.
Arrange like this. Let me check those distances. Well, While we wait, I'm gonna pull up the pendant on Othira.
I'm gonna pull mine out on Tobias.
What pendant?
Wait for
This?
Tobias to come back.
I'm gonna get you guys to roll initiative for this.
Sorry, back cat was banging on the window.
We
No
need to
worries.
roll initiative because they're pulling pendants on us, and I'm going to beat their fucking asses.
And
Are
you do
they at
not
disadvantage?
have. Well, they would have advantage from the Sword of Warning. They do not have advantage because this is something that surprised them.
Okay.
So wait, who's pulling pendants?
Me.
Me.
Not
So
Caligar.
straight-
Caligar's just chilling.
Straight roll, right?
Yep, straight roll.
I rolled a fucking 5, man.
Rolled a 21. DM, quick question from before. When I rolled that insight, would that be counted as a success?
Yes.
Okay. That just means I lose a second wind.
Okay, so you guys are all gathered around Calgar's limp body, and in unison, almost as if they're somehow communing between each other, Alder and Cardinal reach down their shirts, they grab a pendant, pull it out, and it pulses with this like greenish light that seems to emanate from their eyes as well, and their skin changes from the complexion you've seen before, gets a little more ashen and gray. And we're gonna start with Tobias.
Tobias will look him dead in the eye and go, "Ah, I was right. I was right." And he is going to. Are we? Caligar got dumped right on the camels, basically, right?
Caligar's here on the floor.
Well, yeah, but like his
I'd
room
say
was
like
right above the camels.
as the house started coming down, the camels took off. Like they didn't go
okay.
far, but they're out of the way.
Now they're just gonna take the opportunity to finish me.
Auto crits, man.
All right,
They're going for the throat.
What do you want me to do? I'm done.
Tobias is gonna back up a hair.
Quest
Raid.
accepted.
You've come just in time to watch me and Booty turn on our party.
Yeah, they are the doppelgangers.
Yeah, I'm already down for
Amber
the
thought
count.
there wasn't any.
No, I knew there was.
No, you
Yeah,
literally
they
said
stole
at
my
the
soul.
end of last session you thought we all got the
No,
same
no, I
message.
said it would be hilarious if there wasn't.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Just wait until
I said
Cardinal
watch
comes
him
back.
do it. Watch him do it just for like the shits and giggles.
Okay,
All right.
Tobias, what you doing?
Tobias is pulling out his oath bow, and he's saying, "Murder this ashen creature." And he's gonna take his first shot at Alder.
So you said murder this ashen creature.
Yeah, because you said his skin went ash.
Okay. That's not the command phrase for the bow, so it doesn't actually do anything for you.
You're gonna make me say the
I am.
exact.
If you want to
Okay,
use the... Yeah.
I've been playing loose with it. I'm going to say it. Let me find it.
Usually you're like pretty close to what it is.
Isn't it I bring the Wrath of Cain or something like that?
Yeah, I bring the Wrath of Cain. Yeah, I bring the Wrath of Cain, and I'm aiming it at Alder. And yeah, normal attack. Oh, wait, that should have been at advantage.
Okay, yeah, roll another d20, just see if you get the 20.
Okay, so does a 26 hit?
does. I need to change something here. Just give me 1 sec. Where is it? Should have done this earlier, but now I'm just thinking about it.
It's okay. I think we all need a second just to unfuck our
Process.
heads.
I'm just working on my backup character. Continue on.
You won't die.
Well,
No, you're
I
probably
mean-
gonna die.
posture.
Posture
Everybody.
check.
So, can I roll the
Assume
damage?
not looking at your posture.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, first hit is 23. And I'm going to
Okay.
push him back 10 feet.
You can yeet him?
Yeah. I'm going to hit him again. At advantage. It's a 27 to hit.
Yep.
It's a 29 damage. I'm going to push him back 10 feet.
And you can push multiple times?
Yes, I can push as many times as I want. The only thing I can't do is I can't stack slow. But I can
Gotcha.
I can do push, sap, or slow. And I can't see him anymore. I pushed him off the map.
You did?
Well,
Yeah.
I can only
if
see.
if you select
here.
all of us, you could drag us to the other end. So we're all in the same position, just like moved over.
Perfect. All right, and then I'm going to action surge. I'm gonna keep going after this older creature. That's another 27.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 18 damage, but I'm going to use Piercer. So that means I get a D8. And nothing changes. 2 points. I think I got a 2 on it anyway. Yeah. So nothing changes with Piercer. I'm going to push him
Okay.
10 feet. And then I'm going to hit him again. The 29 to hit.
I'll reduce the damage on this attack by half with Uncanny Dodge.
Yep.
$24 damage.
Then you take 12, so you can take 12 back.
And I'm going to push him 10 feet. And then I'm going to use Grasping Arrow. So he takes 9 poison damage. And if he moves, he takes 2d6 slashing damage. And then I am going to back up 25 more feet off the map.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I'm an extra 25.
I'm gonna do
feet
it this
before.
way. Let's just
Change maps?
nope, change altitude.
Oh, change altitude.
All right. And God, how much damage did I do to him?
A shit ton.
Now, from what I know of Alder, he should be dead already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Booty, that 9 poison damage, take 5 back.
Okay.
Because the uncanny dodge would have affected that arrow too.
Okay. Do I have any bonus actions? I don't think so. This is going to be important. Yeah, I think that's all, and that's going to be my turn.
All right. Bonus action. That's not the right thing. I'm going to teleport. How far would I be from Tobias now?
That range
15
plus 25.
25.
15 plus 25 would be 40. I will take the poison damage,
Slashing damage.
slashing damage. Does it count as a magical attack? Grasping arrow?
Yes, because it's a magic effect.
So it all goes through.
It's an extra 6 points of damage.
I've gone, what, 10, 15 feet, so I have 25 feet more of movement.
So you pretty much get right up beside him.
Yep, and then I will use...
Wait, how far can you move in a turn?
I can teleport 80 feet with soul blades, and
Yeah.
I can move 35 feet per round with my movement.
So that means you're still 5 feet short?
I don't have to be right up on you.
Oh, okay.
I just need to be
What do you-
within...
Stop doing things privately.
Oh, shit.
Booty, lock in, homie.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm
Um,
going to use the Pendant of Identity Binding.
Okay. So because Tobias went first, I'm gonna say he's not surprised by this.
Okay.
So Tobias, I need a DC 16 Charisma save.
I am going to use Indomitable, which means I get to re-roll it and add a what if you fail the and add a 9 to it.
Yep.
Oh fuck. 15.
Ooh. So is Alder, quotation marks, comes running up to you, that pendant starts pulsing faster and faster in his hand, and you feel your essence being pulled from your body and gets body
can
and
I
soul.
Inspiration? How would I use my inspiration? Reroll on my Indomitable?
That is a good question. How many times can you reroll a dice?
Well,
Because
The DM.
Well, inspiration lets you re-roll a d20.
Yes. My problem is I get things mixed up with Warhammer where you can reroll a dice once. Is that a thing for D&D?
No. So
Because Indomitable is you reroll the dice.
yeah,
Yeah.
Indomitable re-rolled that, and then he could, in theory, inspiration the re-rolled d20 because that's a d20.
Okay. Yeah, roll it.
That's what I would rule. It's up to you though.
Yeah, no,
He's
I'm down
wasting
for
resources.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not waste. Fuck me, man.
You keep
It
getting
got worse.
lower and lower
It got
and lower and
worse.
lower and lower.
No.
Yeah, so body and soul, Tobias is sucked into the pendant. He is gone.
I see this.
Oh yeah.
As I get sucked into the pendant, I'll just point at Athera. I was right.
And Cardinal has a pendant out.
Yep.
Okay. And now Tobias
Rudy,
is a
that's all for you.
doppelganger.
End your turn.
Oh,
End
sorry.
your fucking turn, Mama.
Sorry. It worked. I'm surprised.
So am I.
3 tries and it just got worse every single friggin' time. God,
I'm
darn.
very close to Athera, so I'm just gonna straight up pull out the pendant and do pendant of identity binding.
Okay.
How close do you have to be?
30 feet. So DC 16 charisma save at disadvantage because
Why?
you are still
Because
surprised.
I went before you.
I'm going to re-roll. Do I re-roll just one dice or
Just one. Just one.
I have a +7 and I got a 13.
In the mighty words of the internet. So,
Orly, save us.
She's up in the air.
yeah.
That's a full set. That's a full set.
That is a full set. I'm gonna say at this point. Oh, let's see.
Please tell me you have a pendant mat, please.
I don't.
We didn't expect this to actually work, but Cardinal separated herself. Hey,
I would've.
it's
I
the
passed my
victory
first roll.
dance.
I passed my first roll, and I was suspicious of you. And then you had to go and remind him. Oh, yeah, she has disadvantage because she's surprised.
Listen, when the DM chooses you to be his pet for the session, you embrace the evil full-bodied, especially if you want to DM in the future.
Damn, how much damage did I do to you?
A shit ton.
He went from 136 or something like that down to 44. He did a lot.
I still want to crit on this bow. I want it. It just hasn't happened yet.
So
Man, at
Orly,
I was hoping you'd be right in my like 5 foot because then I would get +1.
so
but-
Furley went up 120 feet, and the wind going past her ears as she's flying, she doesn't hear what's going on below, and she is focused looking out into the distance for any potential undead that might come upon the party. So she has no idea what's going on below her right now. Gormain, however, is now furious.
But
Oh,
go after the elf.
right.
Go after the elf.
We're gonna have to kill Gormain, buddy. But this is
Do you
my
want me to roll
first...
for Gormain? Roll initiative? Oh,
I
you
just
rolled it?
did it. Yeah.
Are we actually gonna fight Gormain? Okay. I'll use my bonus action then to cast Shield of Faith on myself. Let me just double check something.
We nerfed Gormain something fierce, man.
No.
Yeah, we
I'll
did
nerf him.
because that thing was like stupid.
Yeah, no, I know.
Just a
Neither of
little
us
bit.
realized how powerful a nightmare was.
But that was just a
So-
lucky crit, though.
It was. It was a lucky
Should've-
crit. All right. Well. Oh.
Well,
Is it not Gourmet's turn?
no, at the top of the round is when I'm doing that roll because Cardinal was like right before you. Round finished
Right,
back
right,
at the top. Yeah, Gourmet's going last.
Okay.
Oh, it's my turn. Shoot.
Yo, we get to kill Garmain.
Let's see.
Dude, if you kill my horse and I can't get him back, I'm going to murder you all.
It's not me. It's the doppelganger.
The question is,
Can you do Gourmet?
no. Do I want to use the spells on the doppelganger sheet right now or not? Because I'm not in melee with Gourmet.
I mean,
Steal his soul.
I
Steal
think
his...
I
mean,
think I would
do it.
like to cast Synaptic Static.
we're so evil, dude.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, how do I do that from here?
Let's just do it this way.
I can.
Oh, look at
I think
that.
I'm
That's
just gonna
what we
have to do
look
this one
like.
for you.
This is what we look like.
Oh boy.
Unmoisturized.
Can you pop that picture out? I want to see a big version.
I realized we didn't do the map. I'm sorry, everyone.
Hmm? That's fine.
How does
You
that
know,
cool
if-
ass fucking picture?
If I hadn't popped the house, they would have gotten you too, Athera.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting there, arms crossed in the pendant. Just say it. I'm always right. I'm always right.
That's the legacy
Card-
version, man.
Yeah, it's just
Cardinal.
what they loaded in, so I'm going with it. I literally imported this as we were loading
No,
everything up,
it's- I know.
so
I'm giving you a hard time.
it is what it is. I also rolled like ass.
She'll let me roll.
Oh, did you
Once
roll
I'm
there
rolling,
as
I
it's
did
my
not.
well? Okay,
character.
okay.
I rolled a 12.
-2 fails. Okay.
No. Oh yeah.
So Gourmet takes 21 damage.
He's really pissed now. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Bonus action. Teleport over here.
You're abandoning me, you little shithead? Okay, fine.
It's a fucking nightmare. I'm not getting kicked. That's my turn.
Okay. On my turn. What spell am I going to
Do it. Do it.
Which
you also
one?
have Synaptic Static, or
Psychic fireball. Let's go.
Psychic Fireball. Okay. I do Psychic Fireball
Do it
again. Yeah.
This was a spell.
Can I roll the damage? 86.
Yeah, roll it.
This is a spell I picked up on Ezekiel, but never got to use because Ezekiel isn't in this campaign anymore.
It's a dex
Uh,
save.
28.
Who's Ezekiel?
It is an intelligence save, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Yeah.
DC 14.
It's intelligence.
He's dead.
Yep. Yeah, so that's second psychic.
So, does he die or does he just go back to hell because he's a nightmare? And then I can resummon him later.
You don't know. You've never lost Gourmet before.
God,
Shouldn't
this,
have got
I'm gonna
sucked out of
murder you all.
existence.
this Bader's
I'm
gonna
going
be
to murder
so
you
mad
all.
at you. We're sitting there in the crystals with you in this demi-plane.
Okay. So I'm going to end this combat. And yeah, I'd say during this time, you two kind of just like disappear. If Cardinal, you kind of like finish the ritual and you pull Calgar's body into the dimension with you as well.
Donnie, I just want to say I was nervous this whole week that I wasn't going to pull it off.
All the power to you,
Victory
man. I'm glad you did.
dance.
Okay.
Hey,
So
I did a lot of the heavy
I'm gonna put
lifting
you
towards the
all
end.
Back
Thanks.
into initiative. Calgar, I want you to roll your initiative with a +20 because you've been sitting around doing sweet fuck all for the past little bit.
So just regular, or do we get?
Just regular. This is just so I have an order I'm going to do things in.
Oh my
Is he
god! I
listening
rolled
to
well
us?
on initiative. What the fuck, man?
Calico.
Why couldn't I have done that before? Can we?
Shock.
Sorry. Can we get rid of the animations because it's gonna give me a migraine? Thanks.
Shock. Roll initiative at +20.
You're supposed to pay attention, my dude.
To be fair, he's been doing sweet fuck all for the past little while, so I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Nice. Nice.
I
Dude,
mean, it makes
dude, go
sense
change your dice.
considering.
Go change your dice. Put something Froley themed. My god.
They do have a Here Be Dragons.
Yeah,
Mhm.
do that. Do that.
Okay.
Anyways,
So, let's
I got
actually
a
just make this
5.
as a combat so this pops out for me.
So we are not in combat. This is just the order you're
This
resolving
is
things.
just order, yeah.
Okay.
do I have my spell slots or did the doppelganger use my spell slots?
No, it uses its own. Okay, so Calgar, from your perspective, when you got sucked into this void, your eyes open and you're at a very familiar area. You're standing in your forge at home, and you feel a sense of excitement and trepidation in like the middle of your chest, as it's the first time it seems like you're lighting a forge. That doesn't seem right. You've lit a forge thousands of times. And you're looking around, and the way things are laid out, you realize this is a memory. This is the first time you've lit a forge as a runesmith after you finished your apprenticeship. And your first time doing it on your own. But there's something doesn't quite feel right. I want you to roll an insight for me.
Nope. That is a whopping 9.
Mm-hmm. So you're going through the motions. You're doing the same steps you've done every time, and as you go to finally ignite, the fire erupts violently, and it races out of the forge, fully encompassing your body. Blueprints you've seen on the table nearby erupt into like a purplish blackish fire, and there's an intense pain coming from a stump on your left arm. That doesn't make sense. You had your arm at this point. So you reach to grab it, and your hand passes through where your hand is, and you feel like the cauterized flesh at the end of the arm. And you're gonna take 6 psychic damage as you're just racked by the like something here is just very wrong. And there's this sound of shattering glass as that memory fractures and falls apart. And new memory forms. This one is very familiar. It's one of your most proud moments. You're standing in front of your clan, and you're holding up the first piece of work that ever had a successful rune etched into the armor. And it glows. Your ancestors, your family, your friends, they're all chanting your name in your honor. But again, something's just not quite right about this memory. Roll an insight. Dude, you need to roll better.
I changed the dice. That's I don't know.
Yep. Well, it was a better roll. That is one thing. So you're looking around, and the faces all seem to blur, and it's almost like the room itself is spinning around you and spinning faster and faster. And the rune fades and the armor cracks, and you hear a voice laughing, but it's not coming from around you, it's echoing inside your head. And you're going to take 12 psychic damage. Memory, again, shatters. This time it feels like you're falling. It seems almost like you fall for an eternity. Until finally, your feet find the ground. And as you open your eyes again, there is a warmth that is a mixture of roaring fires, hundreds of dwarves. The noise is deafening. There's cheering, there's laughter, there's the sound of mugs being clinked together, the occasional scuffle as someone gets knocked over by, a drunk dwarf that can't hold his ale being knocked over, and laughter erupts even more. You look around, and you're at Bugman's. In your hand is a mug filled to the brim. And even still, something feels wrong. Roll an insight.
$13.
This time, you're able to place what is wrong. The way you move the mug around, what should be a liquid inside has the consistency of sand. And the laughter changes from that deep, booming laughter of dwarves to something more shrill, high-pitched. Just kind of grates at that last nerve. And you look through the crowd surrounding you, and in a crowd of bearded faces and heavy metal accoutrements, there's one face that stands out. It's that gaunt, ashen face, similar to what you saw with Cardinal right before your soul was sucked out of your body. And it smiles, it laughs, and says, "You're not going anywhere." And your vision goes black. And we're going to move on to Tobias.
Yes.
I have to find you.
Gots to find the notes.
Tobias. Very similar situations. Your eyes open, and you're not in the deserts of Araby anymore. You're not fighting two doppelgangers. You're at home in Marienburg. You're standing in the yard of your father's business, and you're practicing your archery. You're putting arrows downrange one after another. Just the constant snap of the bowstring as the arrow hits the target. And you're going...
Trying to put magic on some of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're always going that little bit more. Keep going. And your mother's brother walks up. Kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder at the last one, just drills a bullseye. And says, "You're doing good, boy." Something about the way he says it just doesn't sit right. So I want you to roll an insight.
Sure. I'm gonna add my final plus D10. So that's a dirty 20.
Okay. So his voice sets you on edge, and you look around and you realize the waves that you can see in the bay look as if they would be caused by ships passing or from decently high winds. Like we're starting to get that white cap that was starting to break. But there's no sound of the water. You watch it even more and you realize the waves aren't moving. Turn to look at the people that are working in the dock, and they're walking normally, but their shadows are just kind of like gray blobs that don't have any form, that follow almost as if they're out of sync with the body. And the thought passes through your mind, this is wrong. The moment you say wrong, it all shatters. And there's a swirl around you, and then the glass reforms into a new image. You're standing on in a snowy forest overlooking this vast expanse of water. And across the bay, you're seeing black iron, jagged spires rising high into the sky. And immediately you recognize it for what it is. This is Naggaroth. Roll an insight for me.
$21.
And this one, there's not even a shadow of a doubt. There's something very wrong. The last one was a memory. This should be a memory too. But you've never been to Naggaroth. The first time you set foot on Naggaroth's soil was when the party went there after Ulthuan. You never went to Naggaroth. You never saw the spires. You don't know what the city looks like. And it shatters.
This isn't right. This isn't right.
And your vision resolves once more. And again, now you're home. You're walking into your house, and your mother is there waiting for you. As you walk in, she walks up to you, pulls you into a close embrace, her one hand stroking the back of your head, And in that very warm, comforting voice, she says, "You've returned stronger than I've ever dreamed." Roll an insight.
I'm gonna roll that one at disadvantage because it just feels right.
Sure.
14.
You kind of like lean your head in and take that deep breath, and you smell that familiar perfume. You just feel beating up her heart through her chest. You smile. And then you feel the hand on the back of your neck just constrict, and the nails dig into the skin. And she leans down, and it's not one voice, it's many. It whispers, "You are nothing alone." You're going to take 16 second damage
Got it.
as it again shatters. And this time, you're falling through existence, through nothing, and you hit what feels like solid crystal. And I did not load this up before, which I forgot about until just now.
It's all good. Forgetfulness
joys
is
of
normal.
The
Too many
DM
moving
screen.
parts. I do it all the time. And then I say the word that I'm trying very hard not to say today.
Sorry. Are you sorry for it, Minfa?
Not today. Today I am a hardened warrior. You're muted, Booty.
I'm
Beauty.
sorry. Beauty, thank you.
No, you're
thank
not.
you. Thanks.
You're not actually, though.
Mm-mm.
You're enjoying
Look at
this
his
too much
face.
to be.
He's so happy
imagining.
about it.
That House of Cards move was good, though, right?
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
really good.
So my two biggest concerns to start was if combat started, Caligar, because he's a bitch to get just to land that first attack. And the other one I was most concerned about as an undead was Cardinal. So when Cardinal
Okay.
separated herself,
Yeah,
So-
with I don't know.
So you feel yourself fall. You hit what feels like solid crystal, and you stand up. You look around, and you saw the image I shared to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we're gonna move on. Now we go to Alder.
oh god. I'm gonna get like ones on everything. This is gonna be my penance to pay. Welcome third character to the campaign.
Is Alder actually hurt?
Oh yeah, would I be at full health?
You would be at full health, yes. Just do the heart. Or one at a time. That works too. Okay, Alder. You're walking through what first throws you off a little bit, takes a bit to recognize, is you're not in the desert. You're walking through sunlit glade, bow in one hand, fingers on string, arrow between fingers. Very comfortable position for you. And You're kind of crouched and you realize you're stalking something. Kind of like close your eyes and smile as the warm breeze of the summer air just kind of moves across your face. You hear birds chirping in rhythm, and a voice behind you just says, "Steady now." It's your father. This is the first time he takes you hunting. Again, something's off. Roll an insight.
Come on, baby. Big money. No whammies. Don't give the DM the satisfaction. 15.
You catch what's wrong. The birds are, the call they're making is 3 notes. You hear it, you listen, you realize it's the same 3 notes, the same pitch, same interval, same distance, no matter how far you walk. You turn to look at your father, and his eyes don't have that usual warmth that you're used to seeing. They're just dead and looking past you. The wind usually kind of whips through the trees, almost a bit like it's dancing around you. Just seems like it's coming from one direction, constant, as if someone's trying to blow in your face. And you just focus, and you're like, no, this is wrong. And as you're looking at your father's face, you see a crack form from above his left eye, splits his face, goes down his body. His body seems to like fall apart on that line before everything shatters. And these shards of glass swirl around you, and you're looking around, trying to figure out what's going on, and it all coalesces again. This time, now you're standing in a tavern. You look around, has a very imperial feel to it. There's a warm fire roaring at the far wall. You hear laughter. You look around, you see friends, you see colleagues, you see Stefan raises a glass, toasts your name. You look at your hands, you feel blood on them, but you can't see them. You realize this is the first time you ever had to kill for your employer, and it's being celebrated. Roll an insight.
Not Stefan.
Please tell me he's dead.
Ooh, that's not so good. 11.
I'm actually glad you failed this one. So you turn as Stefan calls your name. He raises a glass, and you're smiling graciously. You lift your own glass to receive the toast, and his face seems to almost just slide sideways, replaced by this plain porcelain mask. And it leans close and says, "Who were you before the blade? You are not him." You're going to take 7 psychic damage. Your image shifts. This time doesn't shatter. Now you're standing on a cliff overlooking what's the fucking river name in Altdorf? You know which one I'm talking about. Anyways, you're overlooking the river. You're outside the city, and you see the moonlight reflecting off of the spires off the university. It's not home, but it has that feeling for you. You spend a lot of time here. And you take the time, you center yourself, you breathe deep, and your psionic abilities just cause the air to kind of like play with the grass. Roll an insight.
$13.
So as you're sitting there, you open your eyes and you look over the city in front of you. And you see the starlight kind of twinkling and pulsing. You watch it for a moment. And you realize there's a rhythm to it. Stars don't have rhythm. You finally come to that sensation within yourself that something is not right. Something is broken. Something needs to be fixed. And you stand up, turn to walk away from the city, and the doppelganger you saw during the sandstorm right before you were taken is standing there. And when you first saw it, the dust from the sandstorm kind of like penetrated into the room, swirling around it. It had a smile on its face. This time, it's a look of fury. It just says, no. Your existence shatters, and you fall, and fall, and finally hit what feels like crystal beneath your feet. You get up and you look around, and this is what you see. And I'll share this with both you and Gimli Dog.
Woo! Oh, snap.
But what you also see across that room is Tobias.
Tobias sees Alder and just goes,
Right back at you. It's good to see you. I've been having the strangest dream.
"Is that you up there, or are you still fucking with me?"
Up where?
All right. Wasn't you.
I want you both to roll perception checks for me.
$23.
16.
Okay. So you're looking around, trying to get your bearings and everything, and as you both kind of like, you're facing that stone just hanging in the center of that room. You turn to look behind you, and it seems like there was a doorway that shattered, and that's where you came through. And looking, you see 3 more doors. One is dark. 2 more. It's almost like you can see through the crystal itself, and you see light, and you see movement.
Now, the door I came through has been shattered, right?
Yes. Yeah, both of you see the same thing. The doors, like, directly behind you are doors that are both have been shattered.
Now, is my oath bow still humming from having not killed fake Alder?
What oath bow?
Do I have any weapons at all? Are there any rocks around?
What you're seeing is an open room made of crystal, very finely kept. There's not even so much as a sliver on the floor.
All right, I'm gonna try and run up and just jump and kick one of the crystal doors that still has light coming through it.
Okay, roll an unarmed strike.
I don't think I get +4, +4, -4. $18.
Okay. You run up to the door and kind of drop kick it, and what's your strength?
4. 19 currently.
Okay. The door shudders under the impact, but doesn't open.
Am I able to summon my soul blades? Because I assume I don't have my vicious weaponry.
Yeah, your weapon is not on you, but you focus and the blade does appear in your hand.
Okay, I'd like to throw both blades at the same door that Tobias is attacking.
Okay, roll to hit.
Tobias doesn't see them coming, just goes, "Eee!" as they fly
The
past.
first one's a natural 20.
Nice.
That is 17. These are psychic damage?
Yes. Still works.
Okay.
Keep rolling.
And then bonus action. At advantage because it is Vex property.
Yeah. You vexed that door good.
18 hits.
Hits, yep.
The door shakes
For
his
another-
fist at you.
Another 3 psychic damage.
Roll your sneak attack because you had advantage.
Oh, sneak attack. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You can sneak up on the door.
I'm Betty sneaky. Did that not sneak attack? It's not popping, so I'm just gonna roll 5d6.
Yeah.
Oh, big money. 17 sneak attack damage.
Okay. So Tobias runs up, drop kicks the door, and it shudders from the impact. You pull up the first blade, and you just, without even really thinking about it, whip it past. Tobias kind of like ducks as the blade like passes through his hair, just missing his ear by an inch. Hits the door, and you watch the door splinter and cracks radiate out from the first hit. And without even hesitating, you take the second one. As the first dagger disappears, you throw it, you hit the exact same spot, and the door shatters.
Does anything come out of the door, or do we need to go in?
The door shatters, and there's now an opening in front of you. You see the light, now that it's not obscured. There's shadow in the door, but you have that, you can see it and you get that feeling that there is light and activity through the door.
One of our
After-
friends is down here. I think we should go.
After you.
All right. Tobias goes in.
I'll follow.
Okay.
As he goes in, he's going to turn around and says, "You don't happen to have one of those pendants, do you?"
Do I remember even seeing a pendant?
You would have seen it, yeah.
No.
All right. Let's keep going.
Othira. You open your eyes, and you are in the city of Dis. On one of the main avenues, you look down, your axe is in your hand. There's black blood and gore dripping from the edge. And at your feet is a fiend. Body one side, head about 3 feet away. And you had that sense of excitement, exaltation. And this is the first time you've killed in Despater's name. Roll an insight.
Uh, 22.
You look down at your hands, and there are chains wrapped around your wrists that kind of hang free. The headless, sorry, the decapitated head kind of rolls to look at you, and the eyes open. You just stare back. You recognize this is definitely a memory, but you didn't decapitate him. You cleaved him clean in two. This is wrong. This is not what happened. And you turn to walk away, and as you do, as has happened with everyone else, your world shatters and quickly reforms. And now, you are standing in a city where the heat feels comfortable, feels warm, feels like home. And in front of you stands Mardok. And this is a very recent memory, as 2 imps emerge from a portal and they're dragging the heavy armor that you know should be on you, but hasn't quite. It's not on you yet. Roll an insight.
14.
So the armor lunges forward and fully embraces you and encompasses you. You feel the tendrils penetrate your body, but instead of going in and getting to your life source, your energy, it seems like there is teeth growing onto these tendrils, and they're penetrating and crushing around your bones. And you hear a voice that sounds familiar, sounds like it's Despater, but again, just something hits wrong. And there's a bit of laughter, which you don't often hear from Despater, which says, "You are mine." Well, dice hate you. You're gonna take 15 psychic damage.
Okay.
You turn from that scene, and now you're on a battlefield. Your army stands before you, cheering. You recognize this as Nixtarath, and you're just reveling in the bloodshed and the gore. You look over the what you could almost say adoring faces. I want you to roll a perception for me.
Come on. Perception fucking sucks.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
18.
There we go.
This is a
Plus
very
0. I
vivid-
just rolled an 18.
This is a very vivid memory for you. This is one of your crowning achievements. You remember every face that you saw on that battlefield that day. As you look out, there are 3 faces you don't recognize. They shouldn't be here.
I want to go over to them and grab their throats.
Just let me fucking finish.
No, I know. I'm sorry. My words are coming out. Internal monologue.
to your left is that gaunt, ashen-faced doppelganger that you saw suck Tobias's body and soul into a pendant. And to your right, you see Alder and Tobias pushing their way through the crowd, calling your name.
Now can I go over and crush their throats?
Thera.
Thera.
Yes, come on, they're here. We're going to kill them. They're trying to take our memories, and I want to fuck them up.
You have any weapons?
No. I don't, right? I don't have any.
No.
I'm going to go towards one and try and grapple them.
You walk towards him, and he's always just out of reach.
Out of Tobias and Alder, which one weighs the least?
I don't know. I've got the highest strength, but I'm just wearing those gloves. Oh, I see where this is going.
Better swing. Let's go.
How much?
I believe the
does-
term is it's the fastball special.
How much
The
does
answer's
Yeah.
Alder.
Tobias weigh?
I don't know.
The answer's Alder.
Probably.
You're rope. You're
I got 160, but that's when I was at like 11 strength.
Oh, I got 185.
Alright, I pick up Tobias, and I fucking yeet him at the doppelgangers.
Hey, what are you doing?
Roll in athletic.
Do I see the doppelganger?
Roll perception.
Oh fuck.
We call this to get
27?
help.
It is
not
get
for me.
help. Ew.
21.
You see the doppelganger as Aethera grabs Tobias by the collar and just like spins around and like launches him discus style. My question is Tobias going along with this? Because she didn't tell you what's going on. She's just grabbing you and launching you.
Well, I
Yeet.
did say the doppelgangers are there, and I tried to grab them, and then I turned and said this isn't working, and then grabbed you and chucked you.
If my head is pointed towards the doppelganger, I'll understand what's happening as I'm being thrown.
Roll a d20 for me.
Five.
Nope, you're going backwards.
Just feet
Then
first.
I'll try and grab Aethera as she flings me.
Roll a dexterity check for me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, I eat
Yeah,
you.
you reach out to grab her, and like your fingers kind of like brush against her armor, and she just like almost roars as she like hurls you, and you go like a pretty good distance. Like she's angry, she got some range, and you're flying backwards, and Aethera's watching, and Alder, you kind of have a sense of shock. You weren't expecting your friend to be shot put in such a way. But you see he's been launched towards the doppelganger, so it makes sense to you. But about halfway there, you watch as Tobias' body flattens, like he hit a wall, and then the air around him shatters. Tobias,
I'm sorry.
you're gonna take 9 bludgeoning damage as you are thrown from the room that Aethera was in back out into the room you guys just came from.
As Tobias is laying on his back, looking up, there's the gem again.
I step back through and I'll offer a hand to help Tobias up.
Tobias, I want you to
Hold
give me a Constitution save.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. You've been knocked on your ass enough times, like your breath gets knocked out of you, but you're able to recover fairly quick. That by the time Alder comes over to help you up, you're like, ow, but you can kind of work through it. And now the three of you are standing in that central room.
Just to see the difference, I want to throw 2 blades at the dark door.
Okay.
I'll fill Othira in and say, we found ourselves in this room and we think these other doors head to
21 hits.
Yes, it does.
Cardinal Caligar.
11 damage.
Okay.
This one's at advantage because Vex. Does a 13 hit?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Add it to your situational. I look at Tobias and I go, I was sure he would hit the doppelganger. I
20,
did not expect a wall.
22 damage?
Okay. This time you don't have quite the precision. You kind of like stagger them almost diagonal from each other, and the impacts do cause the same shocks to radiate out, but the door is still fairly solid.
Can I smash it?
And as she steps up to the door, I'm going to back away from Othira.
Sure.
Nat 1? The fuck? Nat 1 for a 10.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm going to haul back and hit it again. Or attempt to, because that fucking made me very mad.
Okay.
If I roll another Nat 1, I'm going to be pissed. Okay. 24!
Okay, and what's your unarmed strike do for damage?
That doesn't tell me. It's 1 plus my strength mod?
Yeah.
6.
Okay. So, your first hit, you didn't really think about where you're placing the hit, and you wound up connecting with part of the door that is still solid. There's no cracks going through it. You take a second, the rage is there, but you realize where you made the mistake. This next time, you start punching right at those impact points. And it's going to take you a few hits, but you finally know what you're doing, and you just hammer and hammer. And those cracks get larger and larger, and after probably about a minute of punching the door, that last punch, you kind of like, you hit, and your momentum carries you through into blackness. You look behind you, the door is still open, but there's no light.
Well, that made me feel a little better. Shall we?
Tobias will follow last.
Nothing like beating up a door.
I pull out my hooded lantern.
Do you have it?
Oh, yeah, I don't have... Do I have it?
No, you don't.
Okay.
But you all have dark
Which
vision.
means
Yeah.
I
Except for
don't.
Othira, you don't. So
Doesn't have
Othira,
goggles.
you are walking... Like, you just head off into the darkness?
Well, if I can't see, then no. I'm gonna go and start beating down the other door. and let them go into the darkness.
So just to confirm, you're splitting the party.
No?
I can't see, guys.
All right, well, put your hand on my shoulder. I'll lead, but if you throw me again, I'm going to write a very strongly worded letter in response.
To who?
Probably to you. You can read, right?
Do either of you have any way to make light for Othira?
I crush your shoulder a little bit. Of course I can write.
All right.
Do I have a way of making light? I don't.
So we don't have any of our gear at all.
So.
Like you're wearing your basic clothes.
So my living armor that is attached to my soul.
Yeah, you still have it on.
Sweet.
We don't have any torches or anything.
Nope.
I don't know if you have a cantrip or something.
No, not anymore.
Shit.
That was the 2014 Tobias.
Okay. Wandering off into the darkness. Do we see anything?
Okay. You go into the darkness, and with your first experience, you're expecting this room to go pretty far back. It only takes you about a minute of walking cautiously. You get to the center of the room, you look around, and it's not a big room. It might be 60 feet across. As you get deeper in, and your dark vision starts to acclimatize to the corners, you see the crumpled form of a dwarf in the corner.
I pick him up. If they tell me where he is, I'll pick him up because I'm the strongest.
I'll help pick him up.
Okay.
Now we need a healer.
Bring him back to the center, and we can go bust a bolt.
Is he breathing?
Yeah.
Can I pour a... Oh, I don't have it. I don't have any of my shit.
Can I smack his face? Wake up!
Roll a strength check for me.
Well, I'm not trying to kill him.
That is worrisome. Haha.
10.
Okay.
No, but anytime you go to smack someone to wake them up or something along those lines, I want to see how much control you have, and you don't have much. You think that you're being light and gentle. You actually hear a slight crack as his jaw kind of moves back and forth. Not so much you're breaking something, but you cause joints to pop in his neck.
Does it wake him up?
Calgar, roll a Constitution save for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank God.
Calgar, your head snaps around and your eyes flash open, and you see 3 of your friends standing above you. And for some reason, the side of your face hurts really bad.
I'm just pointing at Othira.
Wake up!
Well, if she picked me up, I'd be looking at her sideways, right?
Well, I think I smacked you when we got back to the center room.
Yeah, I kind of feel like she puts you down on the floor and then just leans down and just clocks you in the face.
Yeah, and go, wake up! It's that
Well, you guys...
Cue anime slap sound.
You guys explain that. I'm gonna work on the other door.
I'll follow.
I guess
Alder.
I'll rub my face and clean my blow out my nose real quick from the
Blood.
And I'll like blow out some blood because from all the psychic damage and my brain's half mush at the moment. And just look around like kind of dazed and try to figure out what the hell's going on.
Does he take 6 bludgeoning damage from my attack?
Yes.
First one's an 8.
Guess what that means? I'm now bloodied because I'm under half.
Yeah, Booty, I'm just gonna say, like, now you know what you're doing. You're just, like, constantly throwing daggers, and, like, you're getting to the point you're, like, staggering them, forming patterns. You're forcing... you're being very methodical and, like, getting the cracks to come out as much as possible before you get out there to put that final punch through and just obliterate the door. He wants to roll dice. He can roll dice.
I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
It's about the same amount.
That was a pretty good roll. Okay, so yeah, door opens. You go through the final room. And we're gonna go to Cardinal now.
Best for last.
Okay. So Cardinal, you're standing on temple grounds. You're outside, kind of in this courtyard. Marble stones, like walkways, finely curated gardens. Just have that sense of peace about you. You're walking down the pathway. You're looking statues, expertly crafted and carved into marble, and you recognize the likeness of the major gods, 1,000 gods you worship. And sun's rising and just haloing the statues further down the concourse as you keep walking. But something feels off. So roll an insight.
Hey, okay, let's see. I'm missing my home too much. I don't want it to be wrong.
So you stop in front of one, and you reach out a hand. It's one you've always felt a kinship with, and anytime during your training you'd walk past, you kind of like reach out a hand to touch it, to get a sense of connection, almost to the point of being like superstitious and feeling like it brings you a bit of luck. As your hand reaches out to touch the robes that are carved to the point they look like they're fluttering in the breeze, the stone crumbles, and the one side of the statue collapses, and it falls in, and you get that pain of, oh no, what have I just done? You turn, the sunset has gone from warm and hopeful and inviting to almost like the horizon is burning. I don't know why I keep rolling on here for dice when I've got dice in my hand. You take 8 points of psychic damage.
Gotcha.
So you kind of turn and step away from the crumbling stonework. You look around and the other statues are falling as well. And you turn and you run. And you run. And everything just blurs past you as you're trying as hard as you can to get away from that scene. And you stumble over part of a statue that had collapsed. You fall to the ground, roll. Just that roll of an experienced fighter. You hit the ground, you know you're better on your feet. You pop back up, and you're standing in a marketplace. And in front of you is a family on their knees, crying, cradling the form of a young girl. And they hold her up to you, and they are begging you to help her. You look around and you realize she stepped in front of a carriage or a wagon and was run over by the horses, and she is broken, and her breath is ragged, and you know that if you don't take action, she's not going to last long. This is one of the first times you stepped into the world knowing you can do the right thing and bring comfort and peace to the people you serve. But something's wrong. Roll an insight.
That is a 13.
You have inspiration from the recap, or did you
I
use that?
do.
You
I
do.
do. Actually, let me use that.
Caca!
Thank you, Meta Pigeon. That is a 23.
So you kneel beside the family, reach a hand out, you place your hand over top of her chest, and you can feel her heartbeat slowing as she loses more and more blood. And you close your eyes, center yourself, you feel that pulse of warm, radiant energy expand from your hand. You open your eyes, and the girl's looking up at you and smiling. She says, "Which god healed me?"
I don't know. Which one?
You don't? I thought you were a cleric of the 1,000 gods. I was just curious. I feel better. And she smiles. And smiles. The smile gets wider. And wider. And wider. And wider. And her mouth opens more. And there is an ungodly amount of teeth, just row upon row upon row. And you've seen some horrific things in your life. You've never seen something like this. And you just stand up, look down, and you're like, no, that's not what happened. And you turn and walk away. And as you turn, you're now the inner sanctum of the priest that you trained under. And you are kneeling on this pillow in front of a low desk. And you are writing a hymn by candlelight. And you smell the incense around you. The scratch of the quill on the parchment is very comforting. You've heard this many times. Something's not right. Something is off. Roll an insight.
Come on. 25.
What pulls your attention away from your work is a sound you're not used to hearing in the temple. You hear the shouting of voices. The sound is priests. Seems like they're trying to bar entry to someone or some people. And you're listening. And the voices are familiar, but they're overlapping. You can't quite make it out. But you hear... sounds like 4 people shouting your name. But not your name. They just keep repeating Cardinal, Cardinal, Cardinal.
Who the fuck is Cardinal? I'm gonna turn around and look for the people who are disturbing the peace in the temple.
Give me back my friend, you rat bastard, priests. I will kill each and every one of you.
Come out of
Any guy already
the
to see guy.
coming out of the that room you're in, you see this Goliath clad in like black, kind of like natural armor, a dwarf that has seen better days, a half elf, apparently smiling and waving at you, and a full-blooded elf that seems to be like pushing and struggling against this line of priests that's not letting them through.
As I pick people up and throw them out of the way.
Do I remember these as the clowns in my circus?
More like a monkey in a zoo, okay? If you're gonna
roll another insight for me.
Okay. That's 27.
There's without a doubt. You know exactly who this is. And you know that you've never seen them at your home. And it just all clicks as one of the priests turns to you. And just that fury behind the eyes of the doppelganger. He steps away from all of you. You kind of like all circle him, like you're standing in a semicircle around him. You know, just that rage builds. He laughs and he goes, "It doesn't matter that you've released yourselves here. You are still mine." He disappears. The reality shatters. And you all open your eyes at the same time. You're back in that central room.
Can I see the picture?
Yes, I realized I didn't actually share it.
I was very patient. Kind of. Ooh, super cool.
Ooh. Are we stuck inside that, or is that the central room?
So it's the room is around that, and just floating in the middle is, I'd say, you all probably got a decent look at it. It is the exact same shape as the pendant that sucked you in.
I'm going to try and smash it.
Is there a black hole above it?
I gotta look at the picture again. Yeah, that's more like it's on the far wall.
Okay.
Like an image.
Yeah.
Can I smash the pendant thing? Right in the fucking eye?
I'm gonna put a hand on Caligar's shoulder, do cure wounds, and say, break it.
With pleasure.
Othira, roll unarmed strike. So Calgar gets 28 back. And Othira, you walk up with that confidence of someone that has broken many things before in your life. You wind up, and there's like a solid crack. Like the sound echoes through the chamber. You look where your fist landed. Didn't even scratch the crystal.
Shake out my hand. That didn't work.
Stand back.
Or that.
If everybody clears a 10-foot radius sphere around it, I'm just going to shatter the thing at 3rd level.
Okay. Cast the spell. See what you do.
Yep.
Way better than me throwing knives at it forever.
48 thunder damage, and a construct has disadvantage on a save. A non-magical object takes damage as well.
Okay, yeah, just roll the damage, see what happens.
For 21.
See, you take your time, you're deliberate, you're going through the motions, saying the words, your voice builds, you point at that central construct, you unleash the power of the magic, and there's a loud, thunderous crack that echoes to the point where it almost like hurts your hearing. No effect.
Damn, I thought that'd do something.
Can I try and inspect this thing, this pendant? There seems to be a symbol of sorts on it.
Roll history for me.
Okay, I'm gonna guidance myself. $11?
Let's say the artwork feels ancient, and you put that together with the way the doppelgangers were kind of dressed, is it feels like it's the Hekarin, but beyond that, you're not really able to figure out exactly what this means.
The stone, it looks Naggaroth. Maybe.
After.
Oh, there.
Sorry.
Maybe try this. Can I summon a spiritual weapon in the shape of a giant fucking war pick? Like smashing stone capability type. And say, maybe try that. I'm
You
gonna
want
let
me to-
Uthir swing it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Try it.
I grab the spiritual weapon and swing it.
Okay, roll to hit.
What am I rolling?
Just a general strength, like you would for your normal attacks.
And I'll just roll my
Yeah.
vicious. 23.
Yeah, you hit like dead center.
Does it do anything?
Roll damage, find out.
How much damage would it be?
Not a lot. It's 1d8 plus my ability modifier, so I guess 1d8 plus whatever you have.
5.
Yeah.
Teamwork. I'm hoping the power of friendship kills
10.
this rock.
Doesn't even scratch the surface.
Fuck.
Can I
After all
inspect
of our
the?
failed attempts, I'd like to go up and try to look at this thing and figure out what the hell it is.
Yeah, I'll go up too and kind of inspect it for magic runes, stuff like that.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
Investigation, not Arcana.
Or if you want to do Arcana, that works too.
I prefer investigation for this one, so 26.
I got a 12.
Okay. Tobias, nothing really comes to mind. You just see this crystal with that symbol etched into it. Calgar, so you're taking your time moving around to investigate. You get a better sense that, yes, this is the exact pendant that would have pulled you in. And you're looking a bit closer, and the icon that's kind of carved into the side and inlaid with gold is the Cult of Death. from the Naggarons, and you think of what little you can bring to mind, and you knew they dealt in magic that hasn't been seen in millennia, and you started to realize, well, obviously, physical is not working. Maybe spiritual? So what we're going to do is, with that information, I believe the term for older editions is a skill challenge. So I want you to explain how you are dealing, or kind of bending your spiritual energy to cause this to shatter. And then we're going to see how well you roll. And this is between all of you. Like,
Yeah.
Calgar is explaining what's going on, and then you're all just kind of like, all right, well, this is going to take all of us kind of working our own spiritual essence in to overcome this obstacle in front of us.
I will take the lead and channel perhaps one of my gods, the drowned oracle, Sarasvati, to give me the wisdom to see how, like, the insight into this thing, perhaps, or the perception, if you would let me just see how I can get these guys, like, what they can do to contribute, you know, like,
Okay.
find the weak points.
Roll an insight.
Okay. $13.
So you take the moment and you just close your eyes. You're muttering that quiet prayer. You hear a voice returns to you. It says, darkness inside can be illuminated. Death be brought back to life. As you're focusing on that, you hear a crack. Seems to resonate from the middle of the pendant.
Tobias is going to step up, and he's just going to other hand. He's going to just imagine one of his arrows in his hand, and he's just going to try as hard as he can to push his enfeebling arrow, arcane shot, magic into the stone, if at all possible.
Okay. What skill do you think that's going to be?
Probably
What are you trying
Arcana,
for?
to be able to use the magic to push this in and
Okay.
help shatter the stone more.
Okay. Roll an Arcana for me.
Ugh. It's a natural one.
So you focus on the thought of the arrow, and you get that like swirling, kind of like necrotic energy forms in your hand in the shape of an arrow, and you're walking around the pendant because you heard the crack. There must be an opening you can put it in. It's solid. The crack didn't reach the outside.
Can I channel my hellfire into it?
Okay. With what skill?
Charisma is my spellcasting skill, so I was just gonna do straight charisma.
Sure.
Oh.
be a natural 1 for 3.
Yeah. You focus on the hellfire, and you watch as it does appear, and kind of like cascades down from the top. It just pours off in like molten rivers, and pools underneath. Doesn't do anything.
So the other 2 people need to succeed or we're fucked.
I think.
I think I'd like to.
Go for
Oh
it.
no, go ahead.
Oh, you go
No,
ahead.
no, go.
No, you have not got to do a lot this session. Please.
I think I'd like to take a moment, breathe, think about how pissed off I am at these stupid things, and try to channel some of the fury of my ancestors into a like vengeful blade type strike into this thing.
Okay, so
Um,
what kind of skill are you looking at here?
Arcana?
Sure.
It's not a 1. 18.
That's much
Okay.
better than a 1 than not a 1.
So you watched Tobias try and like form that arrow in his hand. He's looking around, clearly looking for the crack. Do you kind of like are slowly move around the opposite side, and you're looking? You kind of like lean closer, and you see the effects of the crack radiating out, and it looks like it's only a couple inches in before you can actually reach it. So you focus your energy in that rage, and it actually forms this flaming sword in your hand. You bring it down and dig the point of it right at the focal point of the crack, and the crack expands and radiates out. And now it's all down to Alder. Which I find kind of appropriate, that the one that started this whole bullshit is also the one that might end it one way or another.
I think Alder would kind of slowly circle around the thing, just like memorizing every detail that he can, and thinking about the times that he's had to track some of the worst people that he ever had to. How you had to pick the right moment, the right spot, the right opportunity to get right up on them and slit their throat. So, looking at the cracks that everyone else has made and kind of tracing his fingers along it, I would argue investigation of like looking for that final weak point, that one spot to stab with his psychic blade.
Okay. I want you to roll a blind.
I know what the minimum on this roll is.
The skill monkey is the last one.
You take your time, and now that Caligar caused those cracks to radiate out, you run your hand over and you're feeling the structure of the crystal, and beyond that you're feeling the energy and almost a sense of malevolence coming from it as well. You take your time, you come around, you realize the focal point's been staring at you the entire time. There's only ever one true answer for this. Take the moment. Your dagger appears in your hand. flip it around, grab its leg, launch it the middle of the eye. And the moment it hits, there's that crystal clear ringing as the entire pendant shatters into billions of pieces. And then you hear, all of you hear the sounds of cracks forming under your feet, running up the walls, over the ceiling. And before you're able to react, everything shatters around you, and you fall into blackness. And that's where we're going to end today.
Yep.
Noise.
Can I just say, fucking sick ass session?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I'm sorry. I had a lot of fun yeeting Tobias.
I was this close to grabbing popcorn and just like, cool, have fun, guys.
Dude, you full on just took your headphones off. You're like, yeah, I'm good for now.
I mean, what can I do? I was like, oh, it's a charisma save with disadvantage. Yeah, I have to either hit a 19 or a 20. This ain't happening, y'all.
Nobody.
I mean, I have a
Survived,
negative.
though.
Yeah, I have a -3 to my charisma. That is like my biggest glaring weakness is
I've
getting hit with
been
anything charisma.
talking about this with Booty all week, and he's like, first person I'm going for is Calgar, because he's got a -3. It's going to be easy.
It was that, or if I
Yeah.
could get Cardinal separated because I was undead. Those were my two biggest concerns. Because if a fight started as undead, it'd be really hard to hit Caligar to start. And Cardinal
Yeah,
as
but-
an undead that could be turned is just like the worst thing in the world that I could run into. And then she's like, I'm going up to the roof to investigate. And nobody was like, I'm
Dude.
following. And I'm like, well, I gotta protect the cleric, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to metagame too hard and like, I don't know, this feels sketchy. Yeah. So I was like, all right, what can I do to try to figure out something? Let's try to detect magic. Maybe that'll work. And then I was actually expecting Furley to come with me at that point. I was like, oh, great, I'm in a room by myself.
This was some of my
I was
shit.
going to have her follow you, and then Booty jumped in. He's like, I'm going to ask her questions.
Yeah, no, so I've been trying to polish off some details with my backup.
Is it a bard with
No.
full charisma?
No, he's not a bard.
Oh.
He'll be another like frontline tank type dude, and that's all I really want to say about him.
Okay. No spoilers. You wanna hit us with our outro?
Ads
All right.
first?
Well, let's get our ad. If you guys are joining us on the other side of this ad break, we'll come back with the outro, and we'll find somebody to raid. Let me get the ads going.
That was so much fun for me.
Awesome. That was good shit.
Good
I
shit.
just love that I got to do like a lot of nothing that whole time.
A lot of nothing.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah, Tobias, after taking 4 shots at Alder, is like, wait, that wasn't actually Alder?
I
Yeah.
wonder if we're gonna learn as a party from this experience.
No.
Probably not.
What would there be to learn?
Why
will
start
say
Don't
now?
have
that-
weird dreams.
I will admit, you can blame Amber for this, because I was just trying to make you guys paranoid and send you all the same message of you're not the doppelganger. And then she's like, oh, I wonder if this is what he's doing. Well, now it fucking isn't.
I mean, I've always wanted to do it where it's like, yeah, you all get this message, and it's everybody gets the same one.
I've done that, but I did it the other way.
Oh, you
So I
didn't
think
have that?
the words I
Everybody
sent
has a
to
secret.
Booty was motherfucking goddamn shitballs.
Something like that.
I
Back
think our
to
ad
meds.
break's over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we're back.
Alrighty. Well, if you guys enjoyed this brand of chaos as much as we enjoyed playing it, please give us a follow. It helps out greatly. Down below, you'll find links to our YouTube, Discord, Azrael's TikTok, Booties, Twitch, and Springer's Knives. Our YouTube is free and open to getting my things mixed up. Our YouTube, we usually put up replays of our sessions 2 days after the fact. Our Discord, it is also free and open to everybody. Please go like us over there. Our Discord is free and open to everybody. We'd love to see you there. You can come in and lurk and just get our announcements when we're going live and such if you want, or you can hang out with us and chat. On Azrael's TikTok, he does a variety of different types of videos at the moment. He's looking into more longer and some live stuff. So go check that out. I think you'd enjoy them. Booty's Twitch, he streams once or twice a week, and he's always friendly and engaging with the chat, and he's always great to hang out. If you like us here, you'd like him over there. And our friend Springer here makes knives on the side. I have one myself. It cuts beautifully. I love it. And if you'd like to learn more, please go check out the website, see what's available at the moment, and you can customize it from start to finish. You'll find us back here next Sunday for our Empires of the Silk Road campaign. And we're skipping next Tuesday, and we'll be back here next Wednesday, where we get to see what the heck we do now.
And until next time, everybody. Bye.
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 Bye, everybody.